Hey there, toy collector friends and Batman fans alike. Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Triple TC, that's the time traveling toy collector, and this is the latest entry from my point of view into the Eaglemoss Batman Automobilia collection, and this is from the animated series called Batman the Brave and the Bold. You can see it there. You don't even need me for that bit. It says it right there. That's not a series I've ever seen. I do enjoy a bit of Batman, but I don't think I would call myself the biggest Batman fan in the world. But through a range of circumstances, I ended up collecting the Batman Automobilia collection. And so I do have the entirety of it, which is, you know, great. I really enjoyed collecting it, and I think there's some really lovely models, which is why I've dedicated this particular playlist to going through some of those. Some are quite standard, some are quite famous and iconic, and some are a bit sort of a little bit different, shall we say, and a little bit not what I would expect from a Batmobile. But we're going to get to all of those in time. You know, we've got plenty of time, and we're going to get through all of them. So before I carry on and get a closer look at this particular model, please take a second to like the video, and also, if you can, subscribe to the channel. It's not all Batman Automobilia Batmobiles, it's also Transformers and Star Trek and Star Wars and G.I. Joe and Battlestar Galactica and various other things, lots of 70s and 80s bits and pieces. Also physical media, some types of physical media. I also am collecting where that physical media links into sort of cult-ish or iconic stuff like TV or movies, memorabilia, that kind of stuff. Anyway, stick around, have a look around the channel later if you like. I'm sure you'll find something of interest. But here and now, if you've taken that time to like and subscribe, which is great, saves me asking you at the end, which everybody asks at the end, let's take a look at this particular item. And you can see there's the bat signal, the bat symbol rather, on the top of this, what's classified as a crystal case. I've always had trouble with that because it's not very crystally. And these cars, these models, they're attached by screws, as you can see there, to the base. So they're not designed to be played with per se, but I do really like the collection. I think it's very eclectic, very diverse, and there's lots of very interesting items in it. So this Batmobile does scream animation, and I love it for its animated lines and the animated colours. I'm going to get it out of here in a second, but for display and stacking purposes, because I tend to stack mine in their display, this case does provide a degree of support. You can see at the back there is the lenticular insert, which gives us a bit of a backdrop. There's a circular line, sort of an oval line if I'm honest, around the Batmobile there. Presumably that might be a rotating platform in the series, I don't know, just guesswork. And we appear to be most definitely in the Batcave, looking at that lenticular slide at the back. And I think it just, this one, I picked this one to do next because I just think it's really different from some of the ones we've already looked at. And from an animated point of view, I just love it. So I'm going to do what I always do, which is get this case off. I have pre-meddled with the fastener, the tape that fastens it, and get that out of the way somewhere sensible. Never somewhere sensible, is there? Right, so we will come back to looking at the model itself in a second, but I do like to look at the inserts. They do vary from time to time in terms of quality, logic, scale, but this one's quite nice, and I think this is okay. You can see that there's a track there leading presumably in and out of the Batcave. If you bend it a little, you can see the lenticular effect there. Unlike some things, it doesn't really do anything, but I kind of like it. Diddly diddly dee. Yeah, I kind of like it. Bat computer there in the shape of a bat, I guess. I dare say that might be the atomic power in the middle. I don't know. I'm guessing just based on sort of Batman-y stuff. But yeah, it's really nice. It's one of the it's nice, bright, popping colours, and I think one of the nicer entries into this particular range in terms of the lenticular. What I would say about this item is it's one of those that doesn't. It's got the lovely lenticular backdrop, but it doesn't have anything else in the display. So the display is literally the Batmobile. Some of the models do come with some additional accessories embedded in the stand to provide a bit of immersive diorama, if you will, but alas, this one is not one of them. And to be fair, after the first few, there were very few that had anything else. So again, those screws prevent it from slipping and sliding around as we look at it, which is great. So let's take a look at it. Let's see if I can zoom in, just a little bit more, so we can see those wheel trims, how fantastic they are with the pulled out bat symbol in the hubcaps, the silver trim there, which is duplicated on both sides, these lovely grey vents that you can see there either side of the cockpit, which has been opaquely painted in, so we don't have any awkward moments there looking at whatever Batman is getting up to. I love the this doesn't take long to start attracting staticky stuff in the atmosphere. Vents on the front there, that wonderful red on black design around the front wheel covers. You can see the sticker thing there that holds the case on poorly. The yellow headlights there, which form part of that sort of bat mask. Now, if I remember rightly from the magazine, I think this actually acts as a battering ram. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, because I do remember one of them does act as a battering ram. I think it was this one, but I could be very, very wrong. Apologies if I am. So the other side, we get to see the thrusters of the Batmobile, and there's a bit of red detailing in there for where the flames can come gushing out. And we have this wonderful fin. So many of the Batmobile designs do have these fins to give some sort of aerodynamic power to the Batmobile, and I really like it. I think it's is it iconic? I suppose that's a little bit subjective as to whether or not you were someone who was big on this particular animated series, whether that was what you grew up with or not. But it's to me, I think it has all the hallmarks of being an iconic design, but to me it's not as iconic, say, as the 1960s Batmobile or the Tim Burton Batman movie Batmobiles, for example. But that's just my opinion from my perspective. I like the paint detailing. Eaglemoss have done a good job here, and that isn't always something we can say about Eaglemoss paintwork, but it's I think they've done a nice job here. I think the fin is ever so slightly skew with. If you look there, you see it's not quite straight, but again, from a model on display point of view, that isn't really something we're going to see as a major problem. So I really like it. I think it's a really nice model. And as I mentioned before, I'm really glad it's in the collection. Did you collect Batman Automobilia? What's your favourite Batmobile? Did you not collect it? Do you have but have you seen some of the items that were produced? Do you have a favourite? Do you have one you'd like me to have a look at? Because as I say, I do have them all. So again, let me know in the comments if there's one in particular, whether it's a Batmobile or some of the villains had releases. There were some variations on bat bikes, bat boats. There's even a bat train. There's all manner of bizarre things. So if you have a specific one you want me to dig out and do a little video 360 on, just let me know and I will make that happen for you. Okay, thank you very, very much for sticking around for the last 10 minutes or so. You've been a fantastic audience. I've been the time-traveling toy collector revisiting the Batman Automobilia collection, in particular this Batman, the brave and the bold animated series Batmobile, which I do think is gorgeous, which goes to show that a thing of beauty really is a toy forever. Take care and bye for now.